And the national anthem has been played, and we're live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana at Dunham Field as the Dunham Tigers host the East Feliciana Tigers in varsity action this afternoon. I'm David Day, live in the webcast booth with Aaron Brooks, George Volland, and Andrew Alexander. We appreciate your joining us this afternoon as the Dunham Tigers attempt to grab another win here. The Dunham Tigers record currently is 11-12, so their losing season so far, working on we've got to get a few wins in a row here for the Dunham Tigers. And Ben Marmon will serve duties on the mound to get us started off this afternoon. So a nice, beautiful, sunny day, a 10 to 12 mile an hour breeze blowing in from, I guess you could say that's blowing from right field to left, as you see the flag waving in the wind back there, probably 10 to 12 miles per hour. Beautiful afternoon, about 70 to 75 degrees, and the sun's still high in the sky with not a cloud in the sky either. So great day for baseball, and we're just about ready for some Dunham Tiger action. Taking a look at some of the lineups this afternoon. See if I can read some of these names here. Batting first for the East Feliciana Tigers will be Elwee, and then we'll have Matthews batting second, and Flower batting third, Walker batting fourth, Young batting fifth, and then number 6 batter position Taylor, then 7th is Smith, 8th is Dunn, and 9 is Goodo. So the East Feliciana Tigers are going to about to step up to the plate here and see if they can launch this first inning off for us. Defensively for the Dunham Tigers, as I mentioned, Ben Marmond, hard-throwing right-hander on the mound for the Tigers. Behind the plate, Foster DeGeneres. Third base duties, Miles Mayhew. Alec Dewey at shortstop. And looks like Reed May at second base and Chase Day at first base. And then in the outfield, left fielder senior Josh Ellis. And who is in center field? Is that John Austin Volland in center field? And then right field is Andrew Wilkinson. So that rounds out the defensive postures for the Tigers. And we're just about ready to go here on this beautiful sunny afternoon at Dunham Tiger Field live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I want to say thanks to our platinum level sponsors, folks that are helping us out with this broadcast, this webcast. Peak Performance Physical Therapy. We appreciate Peak Performance and all that they do. A big platinum level sponsor. Here's the first pitch of the game, and it's a foul ball down the first baseline, so strike one. If your doctor recommends physical therapy, then we recommend Peak Performance. We appreciate their support for Dunham Athletics. I want to welcome to the booth Aaron Brooks, color analyst and public address announcer. Aaron, we've got a game today, a couple of games to win today, a doubleheader back-to-back here taking on East Feliciana.
That foul ball just got a car.
And it looks like a car has been pegged, so strike two, foul ball.
That was about as loud as I've heard it hit.
Little action in the out-of-bounds arena already today. 0-2 for the batter.
Starting off pitching today. It's been a while since he started.
There's a called strike three on the outside corner, so Marmon looking like he's in good shape. Elwee goes down, strikes.
Batting second, number 4, left fielder Matthews.
So here's your left fielder. We don't have first names today, so Matthews will have to do left fielder for the East Feliciana Tigers. Marmon pitching from the stretch. Called strike. Well, we're starting to creep up into mid-season now, so a lot of things happening on the carousel here in division play. There's a ball low. So, Aaron, what do we know about some of these other teams in the league right now? How are we stacking up here with the standings? Are you up to date on some of those standings?
Yeah, to a degree.
Well, foul ball out of play.
Redemptress in the power rankings is number 1. Number 1 in the whole state in 2A.
Wow.
They're undefeated in district. They just swept Episcopal 10-0 and 6-3.
Wow. Redemptress has a pretty decent schedule. There's a beautiful strike, a curveball for a strike inside. So Ben Marmon way ahead now, 2 strikeouts to start off the top of the first inning.
Your batter is now the second baseman, Flowers. But the best part about it is we're tied for first, too, because we're undefeated in district.
In district, we're undefeated. That's right. Looks like the standings in district. Redemptress, Dunham, Episcopal, East Feliciana, and Northeast. In our district, in our division. So
now Episcopal's
a
played.
line drive right over second base, Andrew Wilkinson in right field. So a base hit by Flower. So give the Tigers a base runner.
Your batter is now number 19, third baseman Walker. We got the draw of saving the best two teams in the district for last. So we play Redemptorist next week twice. Redemptorist Episcopal. Redemptorist beat Episcopal 10-0. But I believe if my
And it looks like Walker just got hit. Was maybe hit on the forearm. The ball bounced behind the plate, so it's a dead ball, and he'll advance to first base. So 2 base runners on with 2 outs. And I think that might have been a curveball that just didn't curve.
Young. But I think Episcopal and Redemptorist, when they played the first time, it was 0-0 going into the 4th or the 5th inning.
So a tight contest.
And then it blew up, and they scored 10 runs in 1 inning.
Wow.
And they won 10-0. So it was quite a game. And now yesterday or the day before, they played again for the rematch. And I think it was 4-1 after the first inning, Episcopal winning. And then Redemptorist fought all the way back to win 6-4.
Wow. So a lot of things happening in district play right now, and a lot of opportunities for everybody. There's a ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes so far. Foster DeGeneres needs to talk to his pitcher.
Yeah, we need 4 pitching performances.
We need 4 pitching performances and 4 wins to put us in control of the situation. So 2 balls, no strikes. 2 runners on, 2 out. Ben Marmon working from the stretch against Young. 3 balls, no strikes. First 2 batters go down on strikes. Next one gets a base hit, then a hit batsman. So here we are, top of the first inning. Move to first. Looks like they got him, and we'll see. Yes, the umpire calls him out, and that's 3 away.
That's one way to get out of them.
So once again, the Tigers early in the game get an out on the base path. They've been pretty consistent at doing that the last few games, been able to pick people off. Unfortunately, we've also traded some of those outs and made some mistakes ourselves on the base path. So we got to learn.
Inside knowledge that the coaches have been focusing on our ability to run bases.
I would imagine that is the case. That's right. So after half an inning, after half an inning, no score, and the East Feliciana Tigers will take the field. The batting lineup for the Tigers this afternoon, the Dunham Tigers, will begin with John Austin Vollins, center fielder, and then Alec Dewey, taking the shortstop duties today, will bat second. Foster DeGeneres will bat third. Chase Day in cleanup position at fourth. Third baseman Miles Mayhew. Second baseman, pitcher, Ben Marmond. And then Josh Ellis in the 7th position. Reed May will bat 8th. And Andrew Wilkinson will bat 9th for the Tigers. So leading off, John Austin Volland. Volland, a junior at the Dunham School, and his dad George here with us in the booth working the scoreboard. We appreciate his support also with Coyote Blues, one of our field sponsors. George, a part owner of Coyote Blues, and his family, big supporters of Dunham. We appreciate you, George. We appreciate also those fish tacos, and I also love the ribeyes. So if you're ever on Acadian near Interstate 10 and you're hungry, you know what to do. It's Coyote Blues. We love us some Coyote Blues. Some other sponsors we want to mention this afternoon. Active Stucco LLC. This is our first year in support of the Tigers Athletic and in support of the Dunham Sports Network, and we appreciate them being a field sponsor. Iberia Bank is on board with us as well, almost straight away center field, just over the second baseman's head. You see their logo. We appreciate their support, and Ben Marmon Sr., his son Ben, is on the mound for us this afternoon. So lots of great supporters that make Tiger Athletics happen, and we appreciate all that they do. And from time to time, we'd like to have some folks come up in the booth and talk about their businesses. We had Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, one of our field sponsors, and also one of our gold level sponsors as well. And Dr. Ricardo Rodriguez was up here not too long ago telling us a little bit about what those guys do over at Baton Rouge Orthopedic. So we'll have that opportunity here shortly, I think, to do the same. So it's a great day for baseball in Baton Rouge. The pitcher for the East Feliciana Tigers is Taylor. So Taylor's going to square off against John Austin Volland. Volland rips a line drive to left field. Volland is fast. He's going to turn first. He's going to hold up at first base. A nice single to start off the game by John Austin Volland. Shortstop Alec Dewey steps in now with a runner on base. Going to see if he can get a base hit and bring him around a little bit.
We need to get some bats on fire and get rolling.
This is a good way to start. We do need bats on fire, and we do need to get rolling, that's for sure. A move to first, but not a throw. Volland back in head first, but ball doesn't come. So here's Taylor pitching from the stretch to Alec Dewey. Volland's going. The throw to second.
Nice throw.
Good throw, not in time. Volland gets a stolen base. So the Tigers now have a runner in scoring position.
You know, if Volland could run, he might be worth something.
You're only saying that because his dad's sitting to your immediate right. If he could run.
He's got some wheels.
George, do you have any idea what his time in the 40 is? You don't think they've timed him? Yeah, it's got to be fast, though.
I'm betting he's at 4.5 or better.
So that was a curveball. Was that a strike? That pitch was that a ball or strike? I don't even know. I didn't even pay attention. I was watching the runner. Volland gets a big lead. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Volland's going to take third. And he may even take home. Threatens to. So, nobody out. A runner on third base. This is what the Tigers need to do and have needed to do all season long. This ought to be just clockwork. Put the ball into play. And Alec Dewey can put some metal on the ball. So it's 2 balls and no strikes right now. Here's the pitch. There it is. Base hit. Line drive. Left field. It's going to score Volland. And Dewey will round first base.
He dropped the bat on an inside fastball right there. Well done.
Nice piece of hitting. Exactly what he needed to do. And the Tigers are on the board.
Your batter, number 10, Foster DeGeneres.
Foster DeGeneres steps up. We've got 1 runner on base, and we'll see if Foster DeGeneres can continue the 2-hit rally. Let's go to 3. Dewey dives back in. Once again, no throw. DeGeneres has been clutch for the Tigers this year, offensively and defensively. There's a called strike.
That was that low outside corner. That was a good take by Foster.
That's just not his pitch, not the one he wanted.
Not much you can do with that one. Alec with the big lead at first. I think we've gone to the white helmets to change our luck.
Well, that's what you mentioned, I think, one game ago, and we 10-run ruled him. There goes the runner. Dewey is in with no problem, and in plenty of time. The throw is a little bit off.
But we're stealing it off the pitcher. We're not stealing it off the catcher. Catcher's got an acceptable arm.
Well, I tell you, the pitcher's making his move, but he hasn't thrown to first yet. So no balls, 2 strikes now to DeGeneres. Another runner in scoring position. Nobody out. There's a throw to second base, and he might have been in time, but he dropped the ball. So safe at second. He got a little bit lucky. But that's all right. We need a little luck.
He's getting coached up a little.
That's one thing you can pretty much count on. After some of our performances recently, I'm sure that's going to be, like you said, on the coach's radar. No balls, 2 strikes for DeGeneres. Moved to second base. Not in time.
Is he stepping?
I didn't see a step.
I don't know how that's not a balk.
Has he not put his foot on the rubber yet?
Well, then we shouldn't be off the bag.
That's right. We shouldn't be. From the stretch and the pitch. Hard shot, fly ball, deep left field, and that ball is out of here. Home run, Foster DeGeneres. He took a fastball
home run,
a long way. That ball cleared that 325 sign by 15 feet. So Foster DeGeneres delivers on an 0-2 pitch and takes it deep to left field, and the Tigers are up 3-0 in the first inning. That's a feeling that we love to experience here at Dunham.
No outs. Your batter, number 20, first baseman, Chase Day. Chase was all dressed up today in his suit.
He looked good.
Styling.
Yeah, all those guys look good today.
Well, that
Ring,
Caleb Day guy had that hair
He's
look.
got the flow. That's right.
Man,
junior ring day.
I think
So
he had
junior
gel
ring
in his
ceremony.
hair.
Yeah, he's styling pretty good. There's a little curved ball inside for ball one.
And that silly Brooks kid had orange on orange.
Yeah, that Brooks kid, you know him a little bit too. He was looking that was an expensive shirt. Had a little iridescent sheen to it.
It was a Dillard special.
That's what I was going to say. Then probably Dillard's. 1 ball, no strike today. Way outside. Chase Day doing the
Chase is already frustrated that he's not getting a pitch to hit.
doing the cleanup hitter position here. He wants something that he can hit. Foster DeGeneres did the cleanup job just before him. Nobody out. Tigers up 3-0. 2 balls, no strikes. 3 balls, no strikes.
Up. Thibodeau's going to let him swing if it's there.
You didn't see a sign?
He told him 1 pitch, 1 spot if it's there.
Here's a 3-0 pitch. And it was there, foul, a pop-up rather, way up there. Is it in play? It is in play, and the catch is not made. The catcher was underneath it and had to go back a little bit. Looked like he may have lost it in the sun, but did not make the play. So Chase Day stays alive. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Thibodeau didn't care for that swing.
I'm sure Chase Day didn't either. He'd like to drive it. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Foul ball behind the plate. And just like that, the count is full. Nobody out, nobody on. 3 runs in, though. Bottom of the first inning, full count. Chase Day, the cleanup hitter.
I think he's fixing to get all of this one.
Payoff pitch, swing and foul. Back behind the plate once again. Well, he's just almost there.
East Feliciana had to go get his own ball.
Had to go get his own ball.
That's not proper respect for a pitcher.
Well, that wall, I don't know. I think it's an average distance. That's not a close distance for that wall. The ball tends to bounce back towards the catcher when it gets by him, but no more so than any other ballpark. 3-2 pitch from Taylor. Foul ball once again. Might have been a little bit outside, but 3-2. Day protects and fouls it off. So lots of opportunities still in district play here. Some good things could happen. And he walked him.
Chase Day patiently draws a walk. Your batter now, number 30, third baseman, Miles Mayhew. Miles got him a new bat. He's gone the Easton route here.
I don't know why he's got a new bat unless the other one's broken, because this guy can hit the ball, and he's been pretty consistent in doing so. He loves to hit it to third base between short and third, and he loves to advance runners even if he doesn't get on safely. Runner's going, Chase Day, and he's in safely. Ball goes into center field. Day pops up, and he's going to hold.
That was Chase Day diving over the goal line there. That wasn't a slide. He had the ball, and he was trying to score a touchdown.
Some of these slides are very interesting, I've noticed.
I don't know that we could put on a clinic on sliding yet.
No, I'm just wondering sometimes if my kid will ever actually learn to slide.
That slide has been described as a cartwheel.
Is it 1-0 or 0-1?
I was talking to Chase's sister about
the ball. Day gets back. Ball goes back into center field. So 1 ball, 1 strike now. I'm sorry, Aaron.
Chase was styling in his suit, and I asked his sister about it, what she thought, and she said Chase loves himself in that suit.
He loves himself in that suit.
That's right.
Well, some of these players love themselves no matter what.
That's right.
Yeah, Chase was styling. These guys did look good today. Junior ring ceremony at the Dunham School. So the juniors were all dressed up and had plenty of places to go. One of them is a baseball game. There's a hard hit shot, fly ball left field. Left fielder is barely able to make the catch, but does, and almost missed it. That almost went over his head, and it would have been a one-hopper to the wall, but Mayhew tagged it, just got under it just a tad, and the left fielder made the play. So there's one down now.
One out. Your batters now. Number 1, the pitcher, Ben Marmon.
So Ben Marmon, who had a great inning for top of the first inning, 2 strikeouts already. He did hit one batter and gave up a base hit, but we got out of the inning with the base path out. There's a throw to second. A day back in time.
Nah, their best player is clearly their catcher, and he's trying to make some plays. Got to give him that respect there.
Well, it could be a long day for either one of these teams if they don't start off sharp. That's for sure. 1 ball, no strike to Marmon. Low in the dirt. Runner's going to advance. Chase Day gets to third. And Taylor, the pitcher, slowly and almost begrudgingly makes his way to cover home plate, but Chase is going nowhere. But he stands at third now. 2 balls, no strikes to Ben Marmon.
Dunham's game plan today has to be patient. Let the game come to him.
There is a tendency to try to force things into happening, and good things usually do not happen when you do that, especially if you're playing up tight. Right now we appear to be playing more loose, which is a good thing. 3 balls, no strikes. Marmon, let's see if he's on the take. Due up after Marmon is Ellis, and there's a called strike. Three nothing. There's a foul ball. So strike 2 for full count. Bottom of the first inning. Tigers got 3 in and 1 threatening, only 1 down.
Marmon up there, he's very square to the plate stance. Got his hands low. He's just really simplified and put the bat on the ball.
He hits a lot of line drives. There's a ground ball to shortstop, and it's through his legs. The run's going to score, and Marmon's going to be safe. So either, whether he's thrown out or not, he did his job by scoring the run, bringing the run in, and he gets credit for an RBI, and he's on base with an error. So that's a couple of good things that have happened for the Tigers so far, and they lead it 4-0.
Your batter, number 7, left fielder Josh Ellis. Courtesy running, Trey Clark.
So Trey Clark steps in to run for the pitcher, Ben Marmon. Trey Clark, the son of Major League Baseball great and assistant coach Will Clark out here at Dunham. The Clark family has been a huge part of this program. So here's Josh Ellis, one of 4 seniors on the baseball team here. 1 down. It's a pop-up behind the plate a little bit, and it's going to be out of play by about 1.5 feet behind Reed May's grandma.
Yep.
So fortunately, nobody hurt. It's no balls, 1 strike on Josh Ellis.
Josh just now rounding back in the physical health.
Had that hip flexor injury that kept him out a few games. He's got, 2-3 home runs on the season so far? There's a check swing, ball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Don't you think, I didn't look at the statistics, but it's probably, 3 home runs? Something like that?
I don't remember that.
2? I know he had 1 in Plaquemine, or Donaldsonville, rather.
Yes, first let off the game.
Right. That lead the first, maybe even been the first pitch.
Yep. I don't remember
And
a
then
second one.
I think he had another one at Runnels when we played Runnels. No, he didn't. That wasn't him.
That was John Austin and Chase.
John Austin and Chase. Seems like there was one other. I can't recall, though. 2 balls, 1 strike now on Ellis. Trey Clark takes his lead at first base. One down. Ball outside. There's William Maley, junior varsity player and blocking our camera view.
Down in front.
Down in front. 3-1 now. Taylor against Ellis. A hard line drive deep left field, and that is gone. On a laser rope, gone. Talk about your home runs.
Home run.
Talk about your home runs. That was a line drive shot to left field, and I think that ball is still rolling. He got all of that. Talk about hitting it on the screws. A 2-run homer for Josh Ellis and the Dunham Tigers. The Tigers take a commanding lead with 1 out in the bottom of the first inning, 6-0 so far. And I mean so far.
12, second baseman Reed May.
So Reed May steps in now from second base and see if he can do some damage and continue this rally by the Tigers. This bottom of the first inning rally by the Dunham Tigers. 1 down.
Reed's got a new bat too.
Did he switch to? He sure did. Switch to a Marucci.
The new Marucci Elite.
The 6 or whatever it is. Is that the 6?
Yeah, he's been using the Easton. I mean, you're talking to the bat nerd here, so I can tell you about every bat.
Well,
it's kind of like I can tell you about golf clubs.
Some people would just say nerd. They wouldn't even put the bat part in it. Sorry. 2 balls, no strikes on Reed May. So it's looking good offensively for the Tigers right now. The 6 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Got a nice gentle breeze, 10, 12 mile an hour breeze blowing left to right, maybe a little bit out. Didn't hurt the 2 home runs so far that have been hit. That's going to be another ball bounce in front of the plate. So the Tigers have their bats on today, and boy, have they boosted it. That was a laser shot by Josh Ellis.
Yeah, really.
What was that?
Got to watch the aftercare kids out there.
Oh, yeah.
Runs are landing.
That's right. There's a called strike.
I'm sure this place has got insurance.
3 balls, 1 strike. I'm sure we have insurance. That's true. The kids, the aftercare kids are just over there underneath that blue tarp, and they can be reached with a good hard homer. Here's a fly ball to left. Left fielder is over to try to make the play, and he does for out number 2. So Reed May flies out.
Ball on the ground again.
Yeah, Reed May flies out to left. And
your batter, number 2, right fielder, Andrew Wilkinson.
Wilkinson's a lefty. Plays in right field. He's got a lot of speed. If he hits it to the left side of the field, he's as good as on base. At least today he is.
Curveball, first pitch.
Curveball, first pitch, way outside. 2 down, though. Nobody on base for senior right fielder Andrew Wilkinson. Here's a pitch. Fastball in the dirt for ball 2.
For the Redemptors game on Tuesday, I'll have the batting averages for us to give.
That'll be great. Average them up a little bit so we can talk about how they're doing.
That's right. Hopefully we'll have some positives.
That'd be great. Here's a 2-ball, no-strike pitch to Andrew Wilkinson. And he bounces one for 3-0.
Andrew standing on the left-handed batter's box. That one's right down the middle.
He looked like he thought he might take his base, but that was a good pitch.
McClure rung that one up. McClure's ready for the pitcher to throw some strikes, too.
This is McClure again, the
behind
home
the plate.
plate.
He's got a good zone.
He called for us the other day, too, didn't he?
Yep.
There's ball 4. Wilkinson is on.
Your batter, number 8, center fielder, John Austin Vollen.
And so we've batted around here. We're in the bottom of the first inning. John Austin, the leadoff batter. hard base hit and scored a run. Top of the order there. Moved to first, not in time.
He threw then.
He did throw then. He stepped, turned, and threw. Wilkinson dives back in head first. Quite a few students out here this afternoon. How can you avoid this? How can you resist this beautiful day to come out and...
Look, the student section brought an umbrella. They don't want to get a suntan.
Oh, my goodness. And Volland is hit by a pitch.
He hurt the ball.
And he hurt the ball. That one hit him in the, how should we say, the soft part of the derriere, the big part of the derriere.
Your batter, number 4, shortstop, Alec Dewey.
Oh, now he grabs his butt. He's looking over at third base to check his sign. So 2 men on, 2 men out. Alec Dewey, shortstop, steps up to the plate. Can you say butt on the internet? Chopper foul. And
We're just going to cut your pay.
Yeah. Go right ahead. That's a foul ball, obviously foul ball out of play. Came within a couple of feet of some entering students and fans. Makes the game exciting. 6-0, the Tigers out in front, bottom of the first inning. No balls, 1 strike on Alec Dewey. There's a strike on the outside corner. Got a lot of baseball to play this afternoon. If you're just sitting around and you're in the Baton Rouge area and want to see a great day, have a great day of baseball, we got a doubleheader. Move to second base, not in time, and goes into the outfield. Wilkinson thinks about it, but thinks better of it and stays put.
I can't figure out why that's not a ball.
I don't. I'm not the expert at figuring that out, but it doesn't look good.
He's stepping back with his.
It doesn't look good, that's for sure.
With his right foot.
0-2 on Dewey.
He's throwing it all shoulder if he's doing it.
Move to second base. Oh, the ball is. Wilkinson's going to advance to third, and he's going to come on home. Here's the throw. It's going to be offline, and Wilkinson scores from second base on an overthrow pickoff move by Taylor. So now 7 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Andrew Wilkinson, lots of speed there. I don't think the center fielder was even going to try.
No.
I think he just gave him that run. No balls, 2 strikes. We got 2 men out.
Volland just sat and watched the play at first.
And that's another ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not another ball, but that's a ball. So 1-2. Volland at first base.
He's stealing here, though.
Yeah, I don't think he thought he could get anywhere because he didn't make the throw to home. So
well, he was afraid the center field was just going to throw to second.
Volland back in head first. Once again, a look but no move. Jan just needs to wash the uniform. That's the thing, right?
Yep.
He's just needs another opportunity to clean those white pants. There's a high fly ball to shallow left field. Everybody's going, and the catch is made by the center fielder, but barely for out number 3. He ran in and came down to his knees to make the catch, so that's going to retire the side. But, man, what kind of damage has been done here. The Tigers lead the Tigers. The Dunham Tigers lead the Tigers of East Feliciana 7-0. So we'll be right back after these messages on the Dunham Sports Network.
At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat the athlete in everyone, from the Grand Slam hitter to grandparents. If your doctor prescribes physical therapy, ask for Peak Performance by name, getting you back in the game of life.
The names you know and voices you trust. Only on Talk 107.3 FM. Issues that matter. Information you can count on. Live. Local, committed to Baton Rouge. Talk 107.3 FM. WBRP.
At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat the athlete in everyone, from those that serve aces to those that serve others. If your doctor prescribes physical therapy, ask for Peak Performance by name, getting you back in the game of life.
So Young, Taylor, and Smith will step up here. We're still live at the Dunham School in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, as we watch the Dunham Tigers hosting the East Feliciana Tigers. Big first inning for Dunham, 7-0. As we go to the top of the second inning, the Tigers just had a hit parade on.
Leading off, the shortstop, Young. Yeah, we had 2 home runs, one by Josh Ellis, one by Foster DeGeneres, and 2 other hits. They made 2 errors to help us out. I think we got hit by a pitch and walked a few.
How many total hits did we have that inning?
4.
4 total hits. That looked really good. Swing and a miss. There we go. Swing and a miss.
There we
for
go.
strike one.
It was actually true.
That was actually true this time. I have a
He
bad
hit the
habit.
outside corner there with a good fastball.
Yeah.
Ben simplified. He's just going to the stretch.
There's another swing and a miss for strike 2. Ben Marmon from the stretch, like you said, simplifying, just focusing on the strike zone. He's way ahead now.
Wilkie's playing quite shallow.
He sure is. Andrew Wilkinson in right field.
We get a sharp ball there, he'll be able to throw him out at first.
And there's ball. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Young.
Curveball.
Nice curveball inside. Froze him up. Caught him looking. So out number 1.
Your batter is now the pitcher, Taylor.
So Ben Marmon records his 3rd strikeout. First batter goes down swinging, or goes down looking, in the top of the second inning.
This batter's got quite an open stance.
Taylor looks like he's looking to hit it someplace to the left side of the field for sure. It'd be very hard to hit an outside pitch. No balls, 1 strike right now. Ball outside. 1-1. Little breeze blowing out. But gosh, it feels good out there. 74 degrees. There's a ball low. And we hear the chatter from Truck Alley out there, the affectionately dubbed student section.
They keep adding more and more women in the student section.
Well,
They
you know,
first started
they're
it
not
was male
stupid.
only.
They're not stupid. There's a swing and a miss. Wow. I don't know if that was a changeup or a curveball, but it sure looked like it had Taylor confused. So 2-2 now to Taylor. 1 out, nobody on. Dunham Tigers up 7-0. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Ben Marmond.
2 outs. Your batter is now the catcher, Smith.
So base runners a rarity so far for East Feliciana. They had 2 on in the first inning, and now at 2 strikeouts. So 2 down. Ben Marmon looking good this afternoon. It's exactly what you want out of your starting pitcher. There's a called strike to the outside corner.
We're working to hit the outside corner, trying to get better. Not just grooving it. That's good.
Curveball stays on the outside for ball 1. So just like that, 2 down. It's funny how if you keep them off the base, they don't score runs. Yeah. You know, it kind of works out that
Same old
way.
adage, no free bases, no errors, no walks, no pass balls.
That's it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now for number 13, Smith. Marmon drills a hole through the glove, swing and a miss.
He's living on the outside corner,
2-2.
which is good.
He looks good. They're swinging at that outside pitch, but just can't get a hold of it. Got 2 down, 2-2 the count. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. Ben Marmon strikes out the side in the second inning. Got 2 swinging and 1 looking. And so after 1.5 innings, the Tigers way up 7-0 and could not look better on the mound, really at the plate, that just have done so well so far. So let's see if the Tigers can keep up the energy and keep up the consistency as Taylor, the pitcher for East Feliciana, takes the mound here. It feels very different. So often this season, the Tigers have
it's a very
been in a hole. It's a little bit, yeah. It's different. The Tigers get in a hole early. The Dunham Tigers get in a hole a little bit early, and they just have to dig themselves out of a hole, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. It just feels good to be up 7-0 in the second inning.
It does. It's a very good feeling.
Put talking to your microphone. We can't hear what you're saying. You know what? Better yet, just turn your microphone off. Aaron Brooks with me in the webcast booth, along with Andrew Alexander and George Volland. And unfortunately, we're not outdoors. We're in the booth. Pretty soon, these sliding glass doors will happen when Jim Berrigan comes to put them in.
We've been promised.
We've been promised. Louisiana Glass is one of our on-field sponsors. Jim Berrigan, commercial industrial glass installation and repair. And Jim's going to come in and put these sliding glass doors, so we'll have a little breeze blowing up in here and have a little bit more fan audio, so to speak. So we appreciate Jim and his support of Dunham Athletics, Louisiana Glass, Inc. Also Coca-Cola. We appreciate Coca-Cola and all that they do. The Coca-Cola products that they serve and the advice that they give about how to raise money to support our athletic program is invaluable to Dunham Sports. And they're a big sponsor for the Dunham Sports Network as well. So we're a platinum level sponsor, as a matter of fact, for Dunham Sports Network. Also, Guarantee Broadcasting. Guarantee Broadcasting with several radio stations and a lot of community involvement. Talk 107.3 is one of their stations. FM Talk
Leading
Radio.
off the second inning, the catcher, number 2, Foster DeGeneres.
Foster DeGeneres, home run last at bat. Steps up to the plate for Dunham.
It was a shot. He had to be patient, and he got his pitch.
Hit it about 300 and I don't know. It's 325 is the fence, so maybe 340. Ball 1, low in the dirt for DeGeneres.
Foster's been batting in the third slot here about 4 or 5 games.
I was going to say about 3 or 4 games, 4 or 5 games. Ground ball to third. The ball is not gloved. It's booted. Foster DeGeneres will be safe at first, so score an error on third baseman. It was a playable ball. They just couldn't get a handle on it. So Bond Rodriguez will come in to run for the catcher, Foster.
Chase Day.
So Chase Day comes up to bat with a runner on base. Bond Rodriguez has wheels. He'll pinch run for Foster DeGeneres.
First baseman sneaking over behind Bond.
Bond gets a good lead. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Oh, Chase, be patient.
He didn't look ready on that one, did he?
He went after one low and outside. He doesn't want to walk again.
Yeah. Well, on a day like today, everybody wants to get him some, you know? They want to give him a little piece of it. Move to first. Not in time.
Adrian Daigle calls him safe.
These guys, friends of yours? You just know them from refereeing?
Referee high school basketball, too.
Oh, okay. So they make a career out of it. You just make a career out of being a lawyer. Is that the deal?
I guess. As soon as I get 10 years and a day on my next pension, then I'll quit that, too.
And you'll referee full time. We'll see you out there behind the plate?
No, I'll try to coach somewhere.
Oh, my gosh. You're going to coach?
Yep.
Oh, my gosh. 1-1 the count on Chase Day. You're going to have to go to the next level, though, man. You're going to have to go to, AA, AAA ball if you coach, right?
Nah.
There's a curveball. Bounced a little bit. Bond Rodriguez will take second. 2 balls, 1 strike now for Chase Day. Yeah, you got to put that knowledge to work, man. You can't just do webcasting and stats.
I coach.
Color analyst.
I just want to coach 12-year-olds. And
12-year-olds.
That's the funnest group.
It is the funnest group,
They're
isn't it?
still willing to listen and learn.
Their eyes are huge in the beginning of the season. They're in wonder. Where baseball, they still play it because they love it.
Yes, before the parents get involved.
Bond Rodriguez, gigantic lead at second base. Chase Day takes for a called strike on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Chase Day.
That was still a good take.
Yeah, I think so too. Not his pitch. Chase Day is going to look for something he can drive, or really something he could pull. Wouldn't you think? That's what he wants.
This pitcher's not throwing hard enough for him to go oppo. He's up tight on the plate.
A little bit of an open stance there. And in the swing, and gets a little piece of it. Catcher hangs onto the ball for a strikeout.
Your batter, number 30, third baseman, Miles Mayhew.
So Day goes down on strikes and brings up third baseman Miles Mayhew. What did he do last at bat? I can't remember.
He hit the fly ball to left field.
Fly ball to left field.
It was a acrobatic catch.
The one that was the acrobatic catch. That's right. The one that was maybe slightly misjudged, but he still made the catch in time to back up and put it in his glove. So move to first is not in time. Rodriguez is still distracting Taylor, the pitcher.
Here comes the beautiful day women.
Here comes one of the beautiful day women. Not the pitch I'm referring to. It's a ball low. But here's my daughter, Kelsey Day.
I'm not talking.
Kelsey, my daughter, you want to say hello?
Hey.
There you go. That's a hey. Kelsey is a catcher, a softball catcher, and an outfielder. And she's nursing a pulled hamstring, trying to get better. Ball outside. Oh, she comes to Dad for some money. That's what she does. That's what happens. 2 balls, no strikes to Miles Mayhew.
Daddy can have some money.
Daddy can have some money. I might as well just give her the credit card. Rodriguez working hard at second base.
Miles Mayhew with his new Easton bat.
Another outside pitch. 3-0. Mayhew checks Coach Tibb, the third base coach's box, for a sign. I didn't see anything. So let's see if he has a swing away.
Coach Tibb looks excited.
And there's the pitch, and it's a ball low, and he puts him on, walked him. Well, I'd rather be bored and be 7-0. If you're going to be bored, that's the way to do it.
Your batter, number 1, pitcher, Ben Marmon.
So Ben Marmon, before he steps up to the plate, looks like we got a conversation that needs to happen here with assistant coach, first base coach Matt Smith, and the field umpire. What's his name, field umpire?
Adrian Daigle.
Adrian Daigle. So they're going to have a little conversation. Marmon steps over to visit for a second with Josh Ellis, who's on deck, and Bond Rodriguez comes over to have a word with Coach Tibb at third base. So everybody having a little powwow right now. Good time to tell you about Mike Anderson's delicious seafood, a legend in the Baton Rouge area. Mike Anderson's supporting Dunham Athletics as a field sponsor.
Ate there last night.
Did you really?
Myself and my 2 boys.
What'd you have?
We had the all-you-can-eat fried shrimp.
All-you-can-eat fried shrimp. Well, that's just dandy. Thanks for telling me that.
If that don't fatten you up, nothing will.
I'm telling you, especially at Mike Anderson's. All right, we're back in action now. Ben Marmon, 1 down, 1 runner on second base. The pitcher, Taylor, takes a step off the bag. The runners get back to their spots. Bottom of the second inning, Tigers way out front. There's a hard shot ground ball past the shortstop, and it's a base hit. And here comes Bond Rodriguez in to score. It'll make it 8-0. So a base hit RBI for Ben Marmon. And Miles Mayhew will advance to second base, and Trey Clark is going to run.
Josh Ellis.
Trey Clark will come in to run for Ben Marmon. And that brings up Josh Ellis.
Got 1 out here. Josh last time exited the park with his pitch.
That was one of the most impressive home runs in terms of just how hard it was hit. It never really got much air under it. Just a line drive shot and got out fast. Moved to second, not in time. Mayhew dives back in.
Adrian's going to get bored. He's just going to call 1 out just to do something different.
I hope not. But
That's what I hear happened.
it has happened.
It happened in Northeast.
Yeah, it sure did. There's a hard shot to the shortstop. He puts a glove on it, throws it to third for the force out at third, not in time at second. So Mayhew is out at third. They get the lead runner.
Number 12, second baseman Reed May.
Trey Clark advances as a runner at second, and Josh Ellis will be safe at first on a fielder's choice. Reed May, second baseman. Now 2 down and 2 runners on.
With Marmon pitching, Reed's playing second today.
Yeah, Marmon's been holding down second base fairly consistently over the last 5 or 6 games, so he's pitching today. Reed May steps in. Started off the season very hot with the bat. Kind of struggled a little bit there a couple of games, and hopefully he's back now. Adjusted a little bit. Got his legs back under him, and now it's 2 men on, 2 men out, a runner in scoring position. 1 ball, no strikes.
Another one of our sponsors is Coyote Blues.
Yeah, we talked about them a minute ago, and I wanted to get George to visit with us. And he says, no, I'm not going to do it. He doesn't want to be on the air. Well, we'll talk about it.
George is known for his conversation.
There's a ball 2 to Reed May. He is known for his conversation, just not on the air, right? But we appreciate Coyote Blues. We really do. And my favorite thing, I really love the fajitas, the beef fajitas. But you say the fish tacos is the best thing on the menu. George does. So you got to try. I love the ribeye, too. That's one of the best ribeyes in town. So no matter what you order at Coyote Blues, it's going to be good food. And I'm not just saying that because he's sitting here. I'm really not. 3 balls now. Three balls, no strikes. Trey Clark at second base stares a hole through Coach Tibb to see what the sign is. And Josh Ellis at first base. Both take big leads. And I have a feeling that Reed May's not going to be swinging here.
It's a 3-0. Let him swing, Tibb.
And he walked him. So bases loaded.
Bases full of Tigers. Your batter, right fielder, number 2, senior Andrew Wilkinson.
So Wilkie has an opportunity now. A big opportunity. Bases loaded, 2 people out. On the mound, Taylor literally scratches his head. And from the stretch, checks the runner at third. Here's the pitch. It's a strike on the inside corner. I had a feeling Wilkie was taken no matter what. This looks like another Volin walking into the stadium here. Wilkinson, hard shot, line drive to right field, base hit. It's going to score Trey Clark, who comes around, also coming around with Josh Ellis for scoring the run. And then, man, I can't even talk. Runners are going to advance. Wilkie's going to stand up with a double, and that scores 2. So base hit scored 2 runs. Andrew Wilkinson did his job and brought a couple of runs in. It's 10-0. Dunham Tigers looking good offensively.
Now batting, number 8, center fielder, John Austin Volin.
That's exactly what Wilkie needed to do, is just hit the ball behind the runners to score them with 2 outs, get on base safely. Scored 2 runs on that play. So John Austin Volland, the Volland family are the rock stars today. He's got a runner at second and a runner at third. Swing and a miss. Was that a curveball?
No, he was just ahead of it.
He's just a little bit ahead of it. Taylor's not throwing real hard. He's around the strike zone. Every now and then he'll throw a sneaky pitch and get it by you. And I don't know what just happened there, but the catcher literally walked off of the field and into the dugout.
The catcher's mitt broke.
Oh, the mitt broke. Okay. I thought he was just saying I've had enough.
Not yet.
Not yet. 10-0. Bottom of the second inning. Tigers way out in front. No balls, 1 strike for John Austin Volland. Back to the top of the order here. Fly ball, pop up, right around just behind third base. Shortstop is over to make the catch for out number 3. So the Tigers have done some more damage now, picked up a few more runs. It's 10-0 now. The Dunham Tigers firmly and comfortably in the lead of East Ascension Tigers. And we're looking like we have a hit parade on. And Ben Marmon last inning, 3 up, 3 down with strikeouts, looking really good. So the Tigers have it going on right now.
We got 3 runs on 2 hits that inning.
And at least 1 error, right?
1 error.
1 error. So, the play is it looks like East Ascension needs to step it up both offensively and defensively. Tigers have them right where they want them. So we'll be back right after these messages on the Dunham Sports Network.
The names you know and voices you trust. Only on Talk 107.3 FM. Issues that matter. Information you can count on. Live. Local, committed to Baton Rouge. Talk 107.3 FM. WBRP.
At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat the athlete in everyone, from those that serve aces to those that serve others. If your doctor prescribes physical therapy, ask for Peak Performance by name, getting you back in the game of life.
And we're back at the top of the 3rd inning now. Swing and a miss for Dunn as Ben Marmon working the 3rd inning. Ben Sterling on the mound so far. Only 2 base runners of the ball game so far for the East Feliciana Tigers on a base hit and a hit batsman, but everything else has been strikeouts. Ben Marmon doing his job.
That was living on the outer half there. That was a good pitch.
No balls, 2 strikes now. And still throwing strikes. So Tigers look like they're in good shape so far. Let's see if they can do some more damage here. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Caught him on a fastball that just was too hard to lay off.
The first baseman, Goodo. Bollin's playing him to swing late out there in center field.
Yeah, he's adjusted a little bit, hasn't he? Ballin is a little bit to the right, as you can see. To the left of Marmon as Marmon is facing the catcher. So,
now what do you think that coach is telling the batter here in this game? Score's 10-0.
I don't know. Was he telling him?
I don't know.
I think he's telling him, you know what? It's a beautiful day out at the ballpark. Doesn't really matter what you do, so play loose and swing hard.
Right there, Ben.
That's a good pitch. Outside corner.
Miss Kelsey, would you take the honors for us?
No balls, 1 strike. Another strike on the outside corner. Marmon is wearing out the outer portion of that plate. 0-2.
That's the part to wear out.
That's it. Hard to hit, hard to do anything with. Goodo is the hitter. Curveball, ground ball to shortstop. Alec Dewey picks it up, makes the throw to Chase Day for out number 2. Nicely done. If you can't strike him out, ground him out. So 2 away now.
2 outs. Your batter's now the center fielder, Elway.
Tigers managing to keep base runners off the base path. Defensively looking good, and here comes Elway with 2 away. Marmon still pitching from the stretch. Nobody on base. High curveball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Again, hard to lay off of that ball that's up around the eyes. Have to be a disciplined hitter to not go for it. There's a hit to right field. Andrew Wilkinson runs in and is under to make the catch for out number 3. Shallow fly ball. Wilkinson got good wheels, got a good jump on it. So the Tigers, after 2.5 innings, comfortably in command at 10-0. And
that was amazing. As soon as the ball came off the bat, Hall of Famer Will Clark is yelling exactly where to go. He can read it with a talent that only Hall of Famers have.
I tell you, it's so valuable having a guy like that who sees things before they happen. I just hope that some of it actually soaks in and transfers to some of our players, you know. It's an amazing thing to have somebody of his caliber as an assistant coach here with this varsity squad at Dunham. So this is one of those days when I get to talk about the day group, because the day group is a sponsor, one of our field sponsors out here at Dunham. We got Kelsey Day. Oh, don't turn my volume down. No, Andrew Wilkinson messing with me, man. Okay, you tell. Andrew, here, you talk about the day group. Andrew interned at the day group years ago, so he can talk all about the day group.
It's a fabulous place. It's a family facility. His wife does accounting, I believe, and it's exciting stuff. We have coffee lots of times a day. So that was one of my main responsibilities as an intern, was making him coffee. But he's a great boss, and
that's the reason David's always so hyper.
Get your graphics and advertising plans through David Day.
That's right. Well, thank you, Andrew Alexander. There's not only is it an advertisement, but a testimonial from a former employee, not a disgruntled one either. So that's good. Actually, he's the guy that hired me to do this, so it's all good. Yeah, I think I may have. He probably got paid less than I do. So anyway, the day group advertising and marketing, graphic design, field sponsor, and I'm happy to do it because this is a lot of fun, and this sport builds character.
Third inning, the leadoff batter, number 4, Alec Dewey.
The sport builds character, and I'm all about helping these guys to give them an opportunity to build character and become
Did he just call you a
young
character?
men. I did. I called him a character. I'll talk about you later. Bottom of the third inning. Here's Alec Dewey, shortstop. Tigers up 10-0. Seeing if they can add to their numbers here. First pitch, ball low. 1 ball, no strikes. Kelsey Day steps in to work the scoreboard for us. She gives us the holla sign. What is that? What does this mean? Hang loose? I don't know. Holla. There's a fly ball to right field. Dewey doesn't get all of it, but oh my goodness, it's almost missed, but the play is made. The catch is made, rather.
Fantastic.
For out number 1. Looked like that ball may have carried a little bit more than the right fielder thought. So Alec Dewey goes down with the fly ball to right field, and Foster DeGeneres. So we go from sophomore to senior. DeGeneres, the catcher, home run in the first inning.
Then hit one through the third baseman's legs.
There's a called strike. DeGeneres is usually going to make contact. I mean, I haven't seen the book and haven't looked at it, but just going on recollection, he's usually going to make contact in some form. And there's another ball. Is it 2 balls? 1 and 1. 1 ball, 1 strike for Foster DeGeneres. It looks like some guys getting loose down the bullpen. Got several guys swing and foul back behind the plate. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Several guys throwing back there.
Looks like we got Trey and
Got Kenny Morgan, Caleb Day, Trey Clark, that Henry Tessier. It looked like it might be Brady Walker. Yeah, that's Brady Walker throwing. 2 balls, 2 strikes now for DeGeneres. So this could be one of those games where Tibb decides to get a few more runs. If we can get a few more runs, he decides to put in some of the subs and give them some game experience. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count now for Foster DeGeneres.
Foster hoping to get a pitch here.
Full count. Oh, my goodness, he rung him up. That was well inside, it looked from here, but strike under the hands, I guess, and so he calls him out.
That was
strike 3 looking.
Scores 10-0 strike.
That was a 10-0 strike. I think you're right.
Number 20, Chase Day.
So 2 down. Chase Day steps up to the plate. Wind blowing fairly hard now. Right field to left field. This is a pop-up. Will it be out of play? It's up, and it is out of play. Well, it's not really out of play. It just hit the wall, and It might have been an out if the catcher was – I don't think he found it. I don't think he ever really saw the ball. So it's a foul ball for strike one. That one that one went almost straight up and just behind the plate and left slightly. Almost just hit the net. So no ball, one strike. Did he call that one a strike? I couldn't tell.
No, that was a ball. It bounced into him.
That's a ball. Not a lot of fans here from East Feliciana that I can see. These guys are on a double-header road game, so maybe some coming after for the second game. This ball
I hope they
outside.
don't come after the second game.
I don't mean after the second game. I mean after the first game. You're right. For the second game.
That was a ball.
That was a ball. Chase Day, number 20.
Be patient, Chase.
He's an explosive hitter. Just like that. Line drive. Deep center field. It's in the gap. One hopper to the wall. Chase Day rounds first, goes to second. He's going to take three. Day is rounding second and easily going to stand up into third base with a triple. Chase Day knocking it down.
Chase Day triples. Your batters now. Number 30, Miles Mayhew. That was good for Chase.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good line drive shot deep into the gap, right under the 350 mark there.
And as he rounded second, he put it into an extra gear speed-wise.
And he wanted to leg that triple out because he didn't know what kind of arm that center fielder has, but they didn't really even attempt. Foul. It looks like the ball hit him.
Yep, Miles Mayhew got hit.
Miles Mayhew hit by a pitch. It sure looked like it hit his bat.
Pitcher, Ben.
And it did hit him on the back. You can see on the replay it hit him right in the square of the back. Curveball just got away from him. Speaking of getting away from him, microphone is down. So, runners on the corners now. Miles Mayhew at first, Chase Day at third, and Ben Marmon back to the plate. Two outs. Bottom of the third inning. There's a ball for Marmon. So what is the rule now? That it's 15 after 3.
Nope. There's only one. 10 after 5.
Oh, it's 10 after 5. Okay. So they don't do the 15-run ding thing anymore.
No, that's you
That's
triple
that's,
say.
that's okay. Ground ball to third base. Gets through. Base hit. Chase Day will score. And here comes Miles Mayhew into third. And Marmon's going to go all the way to second base. But the run will score, so it's 11-0. Base hit. And Coach Tibb calls a timeout to get a courtesy runner for his pitcher, Ben Marmond, which is going to be number 6, Nick Brooks. No?
Your batter, number 7, Josh Ellis.
Yes, Nick Brooks comes in to run for Ben Marmond. And that's Miles Mayhew standing on third base. And here's Josh Ellis stepping up to the plate.
What's for dinner, Mr. Vollen?
I'm not going to tell you what's for dinner.
Turkey pot pie.
Turkey pot pie. I'd eat it. If you made it, I'd eat it.
Josh Ellis up.
And looks like a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Nick Brooks on second. Miles Mayhew on third. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the third inning. 11-0 Dunham Tigers ahead of the East Feliciana Tigers. On a beautiful day for baseball, the Dunham Tigers taking advantage of it. Hard shot into the gap between second and short, and it's going to be a base hit. The run's going to score, and Nick Brooks comes from second to score. Josh Ellis slides into second base with a double. Well, when it goes your way, it really goes your way. Josh Ellis now with a double and scored 2 runs. So it is now 13-0 with 2 down, and it brings up number 12, the second baseman, Reed May.
Your batter, number 12, second baseman, Reed May.
Josh Ellis stands on second base. Reed May steps up to the plate. 2 down. May swings, pop up, it's going foul.
Inside pitch.
Yeah, I kind of hit it off the handle there. So no balls, 1 strike to Reed May.
Reed's walked and flown out to left field today. They need to get him a hit here.
He does need a hit. He is due.
Got to justify that new bat.
1 ball, 1 strike. Tigers have 2 outs.
You know, student section over there, you can't have a normal truck. You got to have a truck that's jacked up so that you can see over the fence.
They're all, yeah, that's right. There's a good hard line drive shot into shallow left field, and it is caught. A diving catch by the left fielder for the out. That was a good line drive shot. Maybe had a little air underneath it, and he did get robbed by the left fielder. That was an excellent catch, a good diving catch. Let's see the replay on that one. Can we see the catch being made? Barely. We see that he did dive for it. And I got a little scared. He might have broken a hand or something there. But so the out number 3 is made, and Reed May was robbed of a base hit. But damage is done.
3 hits.
3 runs on 3 hits, 13-0. The Tigers once again way out in front, comfortably in command here as we go to the top of the 4th inning. And Ben Marmon still on the mound for the Tigers. And defensively, we've got some replacements. Henry Tessier at third base. Reed May moves over to the shortstop position. Bon Rodriguez takes over at second. Nick Brooks at first base. Caleb Day in left field. Kenny Morgan in center field. And Trey Clark will take duties in right field. And behind the plate is Brady. That's going to be Miles Mayhew behind the plate. Moves from third
junior varsity
to
team
second.
Out there now, getting some varsity time.
It's like that's right. So.
Except for Mr. Marmon, the pitcher.
Mr. Marmon is still on the mound. He's been really on target, so I don't think I'd move him either unless he just felt like he needed to move. Our on-field sponsors, Brubacher's Bar and Grill. We appreciate Brubacher's.
Leading off the 4th inning, number 4, left fielder, Matthews.
Brubacher's on Bluebonnet with 6 other locations in the Baton Rouge area. The Bluebonnet location is one closest to the Dunham School. Here's Matthews, the hitter, against Ben Marmon. There's a called strike. Where is it?
Outside corner.
On the outside corner. Marmon has not only lived there, but I think he's pitched a tent and started to drill for oil right there on the outside corner. Spectacular job he's done so far.
That was a slider.
Leaves that one up a little bit. So he's starting to experiment with some other pitches. The wind's picked up a little bit, blowing fairly hard, almost
I think you could hit it out
straight
today.
out. I could probably hit it out today. If I just get it lifted up a little bit. I couldn't hit it against Ben Marmon, but if I got it up a little bit, I could hit it out.
Matthews struck out last time, bunting.
There's a bunt right back at Marmon. Picks it up, step and throw for the out number 1. Well, if you can't swing away and get a hit, you might as well try to bunt for a hit, but nothing doing. Marmon is solid defensively. Picks up, makes the throw.
Now, the second baseman, number 18, Flowers.
Flowers will step in with 1 out now.
That little bump was a tricky little thing because it was bouncing up the hill of the mound.
And it looked like it had some topspin on it. It kind of took an extra bounce.
Yeah,
two small bounces and a big leap, but Marmon did a good job.
Get it.
Yeah, Marmon fought it off nicely. There's a swing and a miss.
Overpowered him there. What's our count? 1-1 here. Marmon on the mound. It's 0-2. We got 1 out. Strike 3, swinging. That's 2 outs. Our score here. 14-1. 14-0. 13-0. My bad. Your batter now, the third baseman, Walker. Walker got hit by a pitch last time. Marmon is working on quite a strikeout game. He's got 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts. He's got 7 strikeouts through 11. He had 11 outs in the game. One of them was a ground ball back to him. So he's got 8 of the 11. Ground ball to short. Single there. It's the second hit that he's given up today. Your batter now, the shortstop, Young. Never fails. You praise him for striking people out, and he gives up a hit. Last time he put somebody on first, he picked him off. This batter struck out last time. Got 2 out. He's looking over at first. He takes the set. Nick Brooks holding him on. Bunt with 2 strikes. Miles Mayhew caught it. That was the normal play. If they show bunt with the man on first, the catcher should look to throw to one of the other spots. Because if they're showing bunt, he should be off a little bit further than he's supposed to be.
So a rare base runner for the East Feliciana Tigers.
Marmon was up there. It's 2 balls. We got 2 outs. 2 balls, no strikes. Set, pitch, a little bit outside and low. We got a 3-0 count here. 2 outs. Marmon on the mound, holding a man on first. That's Walker. 3-0. Probably got this pitch in his back pocket.
Marmon moves to first.
We have a pick at
Not
first.
in time.
Nick Brooks returns it. We now have the fearless leader of
We do.
Dunham School, upper school here.
Up to the press box.
Mr. Eagleton.
Shows
we'll see if we
bunt.
can turn off his accent today and let him talk like a Southerner.
Batter shows bunt and pulls back. 3 balls, 1 strike. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Accent.
I may need to ask you to share your microphone just for a second after this batter, so we can.
Gladly relinquish my microphone.
You will never give up that microphone. I know you. And there's a
There's a
strike.
strike.
A nice called strike. 3
I'm
balls,
doing
2 strikes now.
play-by-play. Now you're doing color.
3 and 2. Oh, I'm doing color. You don't
doing
want me doing
color.
color.
You
I'm not the color guy. That's for sure.
Okay, it's full count. We got 2 strikes.
You know more about baseball than I do, so I just call it like I see it.
Well,
You got
but
to
you had
comment.
to go powder your nose.
That's right. That's right.
So we got 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner will be running. Strike 3.
What is it?
Marmon
What is
has
it? It's
8
a
strikeouts.
swing and a miss. Strike 3 to retire the side.
Well,
See,
they saw that.
see.
We got a fit camera here. This isn't radio.
So Ben Marmon does his job again, mows him down. He's got 8 strikeouts after 4 innings and does a fabulous job keeping the East Feliciana Tigers in check. The score is 13-0 as the Tigers come up to see what they can do about extending this lead. So we'll have a word with headmaster at the Dunham School, Steve Eagleton. We'll do that right after these messages from our sponsors on the Dunham Sports Network.
The names you know and voices you trust. Only on Talk 107.3 FM. Issues that matter. Information you can count on. Live. Local, committed to Baton Rouge. Talk 107.3 FM. WBRP.
At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat the athlete in everyone, from those that serve aces to those that serve others. If your doctor prescribes physical therapy, ask for Peak Performance by name, getting you back in the game of life.
The names you know and voices you trust. Only on Talk 107.3 FM. Issues that matter. Information you can count on. Live. Local, committed to Baton Rouge. Talk 107.3 FM. WBRP.
So the Dunham Tigers way out in front this afternoon at Dunham Field, live from Baton Rouge, Louisiana at the Dunham School as Dunham hosts the East Feliciana Tigers. And Ben Marmon doing a fabulous job on the mound and just limiting the base runners altogether. Has a was that a base hit earlier that I saw? Was that a base hit? So he's got a 1-hitter going, or is it a 2-hitter? It's a 2-hitter going right now. And an excellent job by Marmon on the mound. Taylor pitching for the East Feliciana Tigers. Today's a doubleheader, so these guys are trying to save their pitchers, I think. I would be if I were in the East Feliciana Tiger bullpen. I'd be a little bit concerned. Trey Clark steps up to bat, but also Dunham headmaster and upper school principal Steve Eagleton also steps into the booth. Steve, welcome. Thanks for being here And thanks for joining us in the press box today.
Thank you, David. What a beautiful day at the ball field. It's fantastic.
Isn't this great? This is kind of the reason that this thing has been built. It's for this kind of day, you know. It's fabulous. We're glad to host a team from East Feliciana here. As you see, ball number 2 being delivered there. So today's a special day at Dunham because it's junior ring ceremony. The guys just before the game had their junior class rings delivered to them. That was a special day.
Well, we've had a great day with the juniors. In fact, we've taken the whole day to build into the junior class. The class officers and class sponsors have had a day planned for them where we can talk about what it means to actually get your junior ring. And at many schools, it's just a rite of passage. For us, we look at it as being something that they need to understand. It's the mantle of leadership.
Trey Clark with a line drive shot right at the third baseman. Nice hit, but he was robbed of a base hit right at the third baseman, so that's out number 1. And Brett Dupree, another junior, will step up to the plate for the Dunham Tigers. So, yeah, special day. They went to Rufino's to eat lunch, I think.
We did. We had some seniors speak to them, and actually some members of their class who are graduating early. The Morrises, they spoke to them, words of wisdom. Got the opportunity to speak to them and encourage them spiritually to take on their senior year and look at it as an opportunity to influence the rest of the school and really lead from the front. So many times you look at seniors and they want to arrive at the pinnacle at just being top of the heap. And for us, it's about servant leadership.
Yeah, well, you can tell in this class, too. 1-1 in the count on Brett Dupree right now as he battles against Taylor. 1 down. The Tigers are stepping up here, seeing if they can add to their 13-0 lead. One of the things that I know that's special, my son is a junior, and one of the things that I've known about this class since the 4th grade is it's full of just special guys and girls that really seem to have a spiritual sense to them. And that's one of the distinctives of the Dunham School is the spirituality that we not only believe in, but we promote and foster with our students.
Absolutely, David. We talked a lot today about God-given gifts and talents, about why they are blessed with those. It's not so that they can use them for their own praise and glory. It's so that they can go ahead and serve others, help others along the way. And there's a God-given purpose that each one of these athletes, each one of these actors, each one of these students has that we want them to fulfill. So it's important that we communicate that to them.
Yeah, and it really does show. I think the kids, once they, and you told me this a couple of years ago, once the kids get in that sophomore year, some things begin to gel, and they get between that sophomore and junior year, and they start to see that there's some possibilities for them, and they kind of come into their own a little bit. So now that they've seen that full junior year, you've seen this year after year.
Yes.
Their personalities really begin to gel in their leadership role.
Well, I mean, it's a natural progression for them to own more of their own formation, and that comes with sometimes taking a leadership role in sports or owning their academic performance. So, Mom and Dad, I know you don't want to go to college with them. We want to commission them and send them off and let them do great things. So, there's a natural kind of separation. They feel like they want to be on their own as a freshman. They're just not equipped to do that yet, and they rely a lot on Mom and Dad's leadership and our leadership. And but the more we can train them to be independent thinkers, we're training them to make great decisions in life and not have to rely so much on outside influences, but be a leader and stand for themselves. So it's a great testimony to the great families we have and the nurture that's given to them from Mom and Dad, but also the teaching staff here at Dunham. It's intentionally set up to be relational and work them towards being an independent thinker and being a leader. Right,
and I've seen, speaking of that the teachers, their lives of the students are the teachers are exposed to the students and vice versa all throughout their day in many different facets and capacities. And so what the students see is not just a teacher, but in all practical purposes, mentors in the classroom, on the ball field, everywhere you go. There's Matt Smith coaching first base. There's Joey Thibodeau, head coach at third base. Both these guys are teachers at the school, as many schools are, but they're both role models.
Well, that's part of the mission statement, David, as you know, for our men and women who can serve as role models to our students. So we want them to be able to talk about faith struggles and journeys and mentor students and be open to that relationship. And it's the unique nature of the Dunham School that we're set up to do that by being small in our class size and having intentional retreats and days like today that we really take the opportunity to speak into their lives.
Well, it's a day that all these juniors are going to remember, and all the junior classes that come through the school are going to remember. It's a special day. And this is a special occasion. Dakota Schoenfeld, one of the 4 seniors on this team, is up to bat right now, and the count is 2 balls, no strikes. Brett Dupree on first base. We have 1 down. Schoenfeld's going to see if he can deliver Brett to second base or maybe beyond. Last at bat, Schoenfeld had a single to right field, or no, I'm sorry, single to left field, and scored a run. So we'll see what he can do here. We have a new pitcher, too, for East Feliciana. I don't quite have his name yet, but yes, I do. His name is Young. Young is the pitcher. Pitching change just a few moments ago during our conversation. So East Feliciana has a pitching change, and Dakota Schoenfeld going to work. 2 balls, 1 strike. And there's strike 2, swing and a miss. So Schoenfeld 2-2. Well, one of the things about the Dunham School is that we talked about the junior class, but you see the same thing in the lower school. You see the same kind of mentoring. You see the same kind of the way that the teachers work with the kids, work with the families. It's truly a family school. And I love the way that if a kid starts out here in first grade, then the culture is the same in 12th grade.
Yeah, it is, and we've got a unique opportunity when you have a student potentially at your school for 13, 14 years. You really are able to form them.
Big part of their life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure, absolutely.
Students spend a massive amount of their time with school and their peer group. It's important that they have peers that they can look up to and respect and grow together in, and they're all making good decisions together. So there really is an intentionality to what we do from the lower to the middle to the high school, more responsibility given to them as they grow older. But it starts with the little guys being line leaders and holding the door open for each other.
Sure.
and being servants, and the 4th graders helping with carpool and being chapel buddies, and we work that system all the way through to the stage where we get senior leaders who are going to serve others.
Well, it's obvious in the character of these students when they graduate, and I've often heard it said, and I've seen it in person, that when these students come out, even if they may not, and many of the students do very well on their standardized test and graduate with great grades, but even if they don't, they're going to hold a great conversation and have a great interview, a great job interview.
We hope, absolutely. We hope we've got both. We hope we've got the great test scores, and we've got the great interview. But I tell you, our kids will be able to look people in the eye, meet people well. They'll be able to articulate an argument, and they'll be able to lead. And they definitely find their voice at the Dunham School around the table at the Harkness methodology, and they're going to use that. They'll be an asset to any business, to any church, to any community, and that's really what we want.
Absolutely, that is definitely a distinctive hallmark of the Dunham School. As Kenny Morgan is now the batter, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Brett Dupree still on first base. Dakota Schoenfeld struck out, and so that gives us 2 outs, and Young is still working from the mound against Kenny Morgan. So, Steve, thank you for joining us up here in the booth. Thank you for all that you do for these kids. I know that this job is not just a job for you. It's not just a career either, but it's part of your heart. It's what you do because you love these kids, and what you guys have built here is a real jewel in the Baton Rouge community. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you, David. It's nice of you to say. We stand on the shoulders of the founders of this school that prayed for the school to be in being, all the board members that serve, all of the volunteers, parents that serve in every capacity. Just love on these kids and make sure they understand the truth. And we're blessed to be a part of the Dunham School.
Absolutely. Well, we're blessed to have you up here this afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for the interview. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you, David.
Have a great day.
We'll
see you again soon.
Go Tigers.
Foul ball out of play for Kenny Morgan. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And we'll see if he can get us a base hit here and move Brett Dupree up a little bit. 13-0. The Tigers way out in front with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Young working against Morgan. Another foul ball out of play. No cars in danger with that one. Kenny Morgan, sometimes a starter on varsity. It's left fielder, center fielder. 2-2 is the count. So the Dunham School enjoying wrapping up the 2014 year here. And Steve Eagleton, as you can tell, he's from down on the bayou with that accent, huh, Andrew? Where is he actually from? Is he actually from? I should have asked him that. Scotland? He's Scotland. He's a soccer coach and soccer player. So he's no stranger to athletics. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and a stolen base for Brett Dupree. Nope, because it's 3 outs. I was looking at this saying, Brett Dupree standing on third. How did he do that? 3 down, so the Tigers go down swinging, 13-0 though, as we go to the top of the 5th inning. The Tigers way out in front of the East Feliciana Tigers, And a great day for baseball no matter what happens. Great day for baseball. Ben Marmon still back on the mound for the Tigers. He's done a fabulous job so far. So why not keep him out there? Let's talk a little bit about some of our gold sponsors. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Dr. Ricardo Rodriguez, a great friend and at just about every one of the games. And he's here as a surgeon to be a physician and a helper on the sidelines when needed for both teams. We appreciate Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic for any kind of orthopedic needs you might have. Also, Loop Theory Studios, Max Zogby and Luke Theory Studios, a great video production company. These guys know how to tell a story on video and do a great job of getting the picture and getting the story, and not only that, but packaging it in a way that really makes it come alive. Also, a gold level sponsor, Steve Johnson, State Farm. Steve Johnson is like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Steve Johnson, State Farm agent. Another one of our gold level. I'm going to sing the jingle.
Sing the jingle.
I'm going to sing the jingle. Not right now because I'm hoarse, though. But
Foul
we do
ball
appreciate
there.
our State Farm. We have several State Farm sponsors. Here's the pitcher, Taylor, or the former pitcher, Taylor, at bat. Pitching changed last inning, so I think Taylor's now in left field. So no balls, 1 strike. And there's a ball low, so it's 1-1. Ben Marmon has not thrown a whole lot of pitches. He's just done extremely well in finding that strike zone and keeping on that outside corner. That one misses a little bit for ball 2.
He's given up 2 hits. Only 1 walk, a hit by pitch.
2 hits, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch. And there's a swing and a miss. That's a wicked pitch there. It goes to the outside. But he's done real well when you consider it's 13-0. 2-2.
I could pitch real good with 13 runs.
Yeah, there's a lot of confidence there for sure, isn't there?
And what did Mr. Eagleton say?
All kinds of good stuff. Strike 3, caught him looking. So Young goes down on strikes, gets caught looking, and Marmon records his 9th strikeout. And 9 strikeouts in 4, not even 5 innings. So that's how dominant Marmon has been on the mound.
Your batter, 13, Smith, the catcher.
And there's a swing and a miss.
Ben's just throwing
Strike
downhill
1.
now.
Yeah, it's, Headmaster Eagleton was just talking about how Dunham is different, and junior ring day, junior ring ceremony, how they took the kids out and got them a chance to bond. But there's another strike called. So how they're, the Dunham School is building leaders for the community and beyond, and for not just for high school, but beyond high school, and how the spiritual emphasis impacts these kids on a daily basis.
Yeah, I think we prayed 3 times at the ring ceremony.
That's
That
right.
was quite indicative of what this school is about.
Yeah. Well, and what Mr. Eagleton said was that a lot of schools do ring ceremonies, but it's just a rite of passage. But we consider it more of a challenge to the students to become leaders and to own that part of leadership. There's a base hit in between the gap between third and short. So, number 13, Smith.
Now, the right fielder, Dunn.
Number 13, Smith, a good piece of hitting, gets him on base with a base hit, one of the rare base hits of the afternoon for Ben Marmon. Here's the right fielder, Dunn, now with 1 out and a whole lot of room to catch up, a whole lot of room to make up, rather. Marmon still pitching from the stretch, like you said, simplifying and keeping things easy, keeping it simple. Shows bunt, pulls back for a called strike. Man, it's a great day for baseball. It's also a great day for barbecue. When are they going to cook those burgers? Are they doing it?
Yeah, they got the smoke going. You go outside, you can smell
Ooh, yeah, baby.
bunt.
Shows bunt. Bunt's on the right side of the field. Marmon picks it up, throws to first. Nick Brooks to make the play. Catch the runner between second and third. Throw the third is in time for out number 3.
That was a good throw by Nick
That
Brooks.
was a good throw by first baseman Nick Brooks and a heads-up play to make the play and then come up and run at the runner to force him to make a decision. He goes to third, makes the throw for out number 3. So Dunham does the job, and I believe it's 5 innings now, so that's 10 runs after 5, right?
That's ball game.
That's a ball game. So Dunham Tigers put one in the books for the first of our doubleheader. Dunham Tigers take a commanding lead. No, a commanding victory, 13-0. The Tigers over the East Feliciana Tigers. Ben Marmon, the winning pitcher, and
9 strikeouts.
9 strikeouts. My
Three-hitter.
goodness. And a 3-hitter. Excellent job by Ben Marmon. So what we'll do now is we're going to take a little break. We're going to go off the air just for a short period of time to reset. We're going to get new lineups from the coaches, and we'll reset the game and be back in just a few minutes with game number 2. Probably in about 10 to 15 minutes, game number 2 will begin. So don't forget to tune in and come back and join us on the Dunham Sports Network as we show game number 2, Dunham Tigers versus the East Feliciana Tigers. So that'll do it for game number 1. We'll be back in just a few minutes on the Dunham Sports Network.